It's now 4 months into the conversion of the T3 Bankstown Line to the third stage of the Sydney Metro M1 line. Since I last visited a month ago at the end of 2024, there have been holidays and a lot of rain, so I was not expecting too much progress, but was pleasantly surprised with some big progress actually being made, especially at Bankstown, but more on that later. I was also hoping for some signs of train testing. While I literally did see a sign saying that, I don't think testing has started, and in my contact with Sydney Metro, they couldn't be drawn or wouldn't be drawn on when Metro train trials would start. They said, just check our socials. So what has happened on the Bankstown Line conversion? I'm Marty, and welcome to Backtracks. Similar to previous videos, we'll travel from Sydenham to Bankstown, and all of this was filmed at the start of February 2025. This time I went up on top of Marrickville Metro just to film the Metro depot itself and discovered that next door is the Marrickville Southwest Link bus depot. It was Sunday, so many of the buses were having their day off. And at the Sydenham junction itself, not much progress actually, if any. I could clearly see that it would be easy to remove these buffers and the fence to get this line going, but there are no overhead wires yet connecting the two lines, so still more work to be done before trial running starts. And next stop, as always, is Marrickville. When I come to Marrickville, it's mostly on weekends or public holidays, and it does feel a lot like a ghost town. A little bit of work has been done since I last visited. And like we'll see later in the video, the platform surfaces are the main area that have changed, and we'll get a better view of that in a moment at Dulwich Hill. And some other work has been completed at Marrickville. Looks like they're doing work on the roof structure. And the other thing that always amazes me is how much of the station won't be used by the new Metro line. And now we reach Dulwich Hill, and I like Dulwich Hill because it's the station where you can get the best view of all the development going on. And you can clearly see that concrete has been poured around the platform screen doors and gap fillers, ready for what I can only assume will be bitumen or tar to be placed on top, and then station markings. And the progress at Dulwich Hill is basically mirrored at most of the stations further along the line. Back in October, Hurlstone Park's progress was pretty slow, but it's now caught up to the other stations, and similar to those, the same work has been completed at platform level. And what I did notice is work now is starting at the station entrance building. Next station along the line is Canterbury, and Canterbury was the first station to have its platform screen doors complete. I think it was 2 months ago. And now, like the other stations, the platform surface has been concreted in, ready for the finishing layer. But what I noticed, the biggest change in the last month, is now on the station buildings and the station entrance building, with significant work in progress on the overhead superstructure. And I'm just wondering whether they'll be putting another station entrance here. I'm not sure. And at Belmore, my favourite vantage point has now been blocked off because, like at Canterbury, work has now started on the station entrance building. But I still got a good vantage point to see that work has progressed on the platform surface, with the concrete going in, ready for finishing layers. And next stop, Lakemba. I haven't filmed the station entrance for a while. Well, didn't really matter because not much has changed in a couple of months. But like all the other stations, Lakemba has had the platform surfaces progress with concreting placed in. The other thing I'd noticed about Lakemba is, again, how much of the station won't be used by the new Metro trains. And on to Wiley Park. Well, big things happen at Wiley Park. Firstly, that hoardings have now gone up on the rest of the station entrance building. But the great old picture of Alderman Stanley E. Parry is gone. He's missing in action. Rest in peace, Mr. Parry. I wonder if he'll return one day. And on the station itself, nearly rinse and repeat from the other stations, except not quite all has been completed. You can still see some of the old platform surface there. I skipped Campsie and Punchbowl this time because I wanted to get to Bankstown as quick as possible, because I'm always arriving there with so much anticipation to see what has progressed. Progress at Bankstown was very quick. They in fact started demolishing the platform the very day after the station was closed. Then they built the formwork, they poured the slab. Last time I'd visited, the superstructure of the metro station had been put in place. And now a month later, in February 2025, significant work has been done. Both scaffolding placed all around the entrance building to the new metro station, and the superstructure, the steel work, had been put up for the entrance to the T6 Bankstown station. And in fact, while I was there, the crane was still putting in steel beams. These are pretty imposing structures. You can see how large the building is compared to the old building at the Bankstown railway station. And I came from a couple of different angles. So now this is on the northern side of the station. And then finally, I had a quick look at the platforms itself for the metro from Bankstown Square. I can't honestly tell whether much work has been done in the last month on the platforms themselves, but it doesn't really matter because the main action is happening with the station entrance buildings. So there you have it, a quick look at the progress being made on the Bankstown Metro line. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already and you'd like to, please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next time on Backtracks, when we'll take another look at the new Southwest Metro line.